Welcome everyone, welcome viewers. We are here at the Stade de France for the first ever award ceremony of the Danone Nations Club. My name is David the host, aka David Butler, or other way around, David Butler, aka David the host. I'm currently the host at PSG, formerly of IX and 433. With me today,
Mary. My name is just Mary. I'm doing stuff on radio, TV, and internet, and I'm very happy to share this moment with you. Today is a big day.
That's
very
right.
Big day.
It's a special day, as you mentioned. The objective of today is to reward the winners of the Danone Nations Club.
Yeah, but before taking you through this, we have a small message of the CEO of Danone, Antoine de Saint-Affrique. Let's check it out.
Hello everyone, and a big thank you for participating in the 21 Danone World Cup. This one was a very special one. It was one that was digital, but it didn't prevent any of you to participate, to take on the challenges that were provided by our friends and partners, Ada Hegerberg, Raphael Varane, and Professor Yunus. So a big thank you and a big congratulations. Sports is fundamentally important. Sports is bringing people together. Sports is about peace. Sports is about social promotion. And thanks to everything you gave, we were able to give access to water to over 35,000 kids in India. So, a big thank you again to you. A big thank you to our dear friends, Ada, Raphael, and Professor Yunus. And a big thanks to our partners in crime in this wonderful cup, Decathlon and Kipstar, Peace and Sport, and obviously Yunus Sport Hub. Thank you, and hopefully see you soon in the field.
We'll have a lot to talk about today, but first thing first, do you know that's the first live stream on this Twitch channel?
That's right, the Danone Nations Cup. For some of you at home, you might be asking, what is that? It's simple. It's the biggest football tournament for kids ages 10 to 12 years old. Everyone joins in on this tournament. Almost 2 million kids worldwide have joined in. It's more than a football competition. It's turning kids into world citizens. Let's take a little look at the history of the Danone Nations Cup.
Riding down your block with that thing, about to let it go.
As you can imagine, the pandemic had an impact on Danone Nations Cup, so we had to adapt. The last physical edition was in Barcelona in 2019. So in 2021, we launched the Danone Nations Club. It's a digital platform for kids who love football.
That's right, and I want to walk you through some of the key data and key statistics about the Danone Nations Club. Over 5,000 members from season 1, from 19 different countries. The top countries were Morocco, Mexico, and England. Over 17,000 challenges completed, and over 3 million points were gained by the kids. We'll discuss the impact that has a bit later on. But first, today, we're going to discern the prizes for the kids.
That's amazing. As you said, it's a competition of challenges, football and societal actions, where the best 11 are here with us in Paris. We also had the first ever E-DNC Nations Cup, on Rocket League, but we'll talk about this later. Today we'll talk about the ambassadors.
We'll also talk about the societal actions of the DNC.
Yeah, this word is kind of tricky. And we'll have the big finale of the first E-Danone Nations Cup opposing two great champions. I can tell you the future is very bright for the Rocket League scene. But first, David, we have the winners. As I said, they are here in Paris. Can we show around?
That's right, we have the winners here, the finalists of the E-DNC. Marie, where are you now?
Yeah, Yeah, don't worry. I'm not that far away from you, actually. I'm on the esports set where the big finale is going to be held in a few minutes. Now there were 8 to win the ticket to after the qualifiers. The qualifiers that gathered like 300 players from all around the world. That's amazing. The quarters and semifinals took place 2 days ago, and now we have the name of the 2 finalists that made it through. Quick reminder, it will be a best of 5 games. Let's take a look at this video which introduces the 2 finalists.
Mi nombre es Yanni, tengo 15 años y vengo de México.
My name's Endre de Kok, I'm 16 and I'm from South Africa.
Meu nome é KV1, tenho 16 anos e moro no Brasil.
Je m'appelle MAWKZY, j'ai 15 ans et je viens de France. Je m'appelle Lucas, j'ai 15 ans, je viens de France.
Je m'appelle Léo Baquet, j'ai 15 ans, j'habite en France.
Mi chiamo Zelkis, ho 13 anni e vengo dall'Italia.
Je m'appelle Mohamed Amin, j'ai 14 ans et je viens du Maroc.
Now, stay tuned for the big finale that, of course, is coming up a bit later on. But first, let's talk about the ambassadors a bit. The DNC is nothing without its ambassadors, of course. Over 20 years of endorsements. It's time for me to name drop a few names here. You guys will know them. Zinedine Zidane, Raphael Varane, Carlos Puyol, Cafu, Michel Ballack, Matuidi, Dimitar Berbatov, David Trezeguet, and of course, Ada Hegerberg. Speaking of Ada Hegerberg is one of the most successful women's footballers of all time. She is the first woman Ballon d'Or winner in 2018. She is the French League champion 6 times with Olympique Lyonnais. She's a Women's Champions League winner 5 times with Olympique Lyonnais. 291 goals in 294 games.
Wow.
Special, it's special.
Yeah.
She's an ambassador of the DNC since 2019.
Yeah, but unfortunately, she can't be with us today because she's in international duty with a team of Norway. But fortunately, we got the chance to interview her a few days ago and ask her some questions. She talked about the commitments and kids. She has a message for you. Let's check it out.
First of all, that I'm sorry not to be present because as the news broke, I'm going back to play for Norway, and I got my own little Danone Nations Cup to prepare for the summer. But I would like to thank everyone for participating in the challenge, for scoring all those points. I'm very impressed by the videos you all sent. So keep on having fun. Enjoy this ceremony because you deserve it. First of all, I found the whole project of Danone Nations Cup very interesting, very inspiring. It's a globally project. It's all about educating the next generation, but also giving them a platform where they can express themselves. I think there's a very quality type of tournament. I think it connects the next generation of kids and encourage them to have fun, to play with the ball, and try to get as much quality and fun out there. So I was genuinely positive about the whole project. And I wish I also had the opportunity to play the Danone Nations Cup when I was younger. I would say that the causes that are deepest to my heart is obviously gender equality, but also education of the young kids of today, and also sustainability. I think those are the topics that are very important to always highlight, to always discuss, and there's still a lot of work in order to get somewhere. So we'll just keep up the pace and try to make the difference so that the next generation can go into a world that is much more developed, you could say. My first advice to all of the youngsters out there playing football is to just have fun, just to like take it at your own pace. Obviously, with time, you're gonna get the work in, the quality, but at the end of the day, it's all about having fun playing with that little ball. And I think by having fun as well, you can also increase a lot of confidence, which is very important to have when you go into the big world. So just find your qualities in the game of football and have fun. And slowly you also will gain your confidence, which is very, very important. I gotta say, technical speaking, I'm very impressed by the level. Seeing all these videos, trying these challenges, and I try the challenges myself, and I know they are hard, and how much work of training there is behind it. So I'm very impressed as a footballer, speaking from a footballer perspective. I don't know if I was able to do all that at that young age. So keep it up. It's all about putting hours of hours behind those techniques, and it should motivate you as well, because seeing yourself succeed after hours with training is maybe the best feeling in the world. So keep it up. I'm excited to see the continuous work, first of all, and I'm gonna work from my side as well to try to do even better in those challenges. I think I did okay in the reverse challenges. I definitely was challenged, so I think that's a mission accomplished. It was not an easy task. I definitely did my best. Something went better than other exercises, but it brought the competitor side of me, definitely. So I had a great fun doing it. I felt like I was 12 years again. So we'll see. We'll see. I think you guys can absolutely give me a good competition in those exercises. And I really hope I get to see you all at the next tournament when that's going to happen, because we were going to have some great years ahead with a lot of football and tournaments, competition vibe, and just like we're going to have fun. So keep it up, guys. We're watching your videos every day and keep on impressing us.
There you have it. That was Ada Hegerberg. Now, during season one, you, the kids, challenged the ambassadors. You decided to challenge Ada on her accuracy and her precision. 3 days ago, the team went to Lyon to test her on these challenges. Now, she picked 3 videos from you kids to replicate, and we have a video. Check it out.
Hey kids, last year you challenged me and you sent me some wonderful videos. The rules are simple. I have 5 tries to reproduce your challenges, and I swear I didn't train before. Making a choice was really hard, but here's my top 3. Badis, Anna and Takia Dean, thank you so much for your videos. I did prepare you a little something for all the work you put down, so stay tuned.
That was really impressive. Thank you so much, Ada. We can look forward finally to seeing you again. Let's move on right now to the next topic, change the game.
On the Danone Nations Club, it's the same. On the platform, kids can get nutrition and hydration tips. They can read articles about hydration from the ambassadors, Rafa and Ada, as well as the societal impact that it gives to kids. Kids can give points to NGOs. They can vote for their favorite sustainable development goals. And of course, the challenge is Professor Mohammas Yunus.
If you don't know him, I have some facts, some information. Professor Yunus is a social entrepreneur and economist. He comes from Bangladesh. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. Just to state that Professor Yunus is the GOAT of Change the Game, the final boss. Our team had the chance to interview him a few days ago and ask him a few questions. Check it out.
Well, of course, first of all, I would like to say that I'm very jealous of them because they are so young and they have so much power. Even after all these years of our experience and all the things that we have gone through, we are nothing in front of all these young people, 12-year-old, 14-year-old, not because they are smarter than us, only because they have the tremendous amount of technology in their command. Almost they can do anything they want, given the power of the technology. Now, the message that I would like to give them, first of all, they must feel that power inside of them. If they don't feel that power, they wouldn't know that they ever existed. So they have to find out and realize that they are now in possession of tremendous amount of power. Once they feel that, yes, this is true, that we have an unlimited amount of power inside of us, then they have to ask themselves, what are we going to do with this power? The owner of the business wants to make money, make profit, and he wants to do it in a way to maximize profit. Most money that he can make by doing something. So everybody is trying to see how to maximize the profit in the transaction they make. So that's a conventional business. All businesses, most of the businesses are like that. What we are saying, business doesn't have to be just a selfish way of doing things. It can be unselfish way too. We can create a business not to make money, but to solve somebody's problem. Conventional business is aiming at maximizing profit. Social business is aiming at solving people's problem without any interest in making personal profit out of it. So it's a personal profit is discarded from social business. It's a non-dividend company to solve human problem. That's what the social business is all about. Oh, that was fantastic. I enjoyed it so much. I have not seen so many kids with so much commitment, so much fun playing football. And so determined. They're little kids, 10, 12-year-old, little kids. But just look so professional and so aiming at winning the game and showing their skill. Everybody's busy. They had no time for talking to anybody. So I enjoyed it. I thought I missed that part of my life. When I was 10 to 12-year-old, I was not playing football. Somehow I skipped having fun with the football and things like that. I was busy with the scouting and other things. But seeing this in one way, the global event of all these young kids coming from so many different countries, I was totally mesmerized, thrilled. I was thrilled to see these kids, and I felt maybe I wish I could go back to their age and have this fun. Yeah, this is an entry point. You see, I missed that entry point. You are offered that entry point, so make good use of it. It's entry point not only to sports and fun, also entry point for making a purposeful life. And that's what the Danone Cup is all about. Bring purpose into it. You have fun, you have enjoyment, you have determination, you have skill, but you have to have some objective. You have to have some reason why you are doing all this, how you can use this capacity that you have in transforming the world, in transforming societies, in transforming other people's life. How do you touch other people's life? So those are the things that you bring in. And it's a lifetime opportunity. Don't forget that. It doesn't happen to every child in the planet. So only few children have this opportunity that you have in the Danone Cup. Realize that you don't want to skip the inner part of it, the goal of bigger objective of this whole thing, the Danone Cup. So I would encourage you to learn from each other and prepare for future.
As Professor Mohammas Yunus mentioned, one of the challenges was the Raise Your Voice Challenge. It was dedicated to societal cause, and the first prize to discern today is for the Raise Your Voice Challenge. But first, I want to welcome Clement Delcourt to join us on stage.
Hi, David. Hi, Mary.
Hi. How are you? Good?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Thanks for being here. We have a few questions for you, actually 50 or 100. Do you have time?
Yeah, I have plenty of time.
Great. Before talking about the challenge, can you talk a bit more about what you do? What is the Yunus Sport Hub, please?
Yeah, of course. You just saw a great man, which is Professor Mohammas Yunus. So basically, we just are like the representative of Professor Yunus in the world of sport, which means the Yunus Sport Hub is a global social business network creating local solutions in and through sport. So we're working with athletes, we're working with sport institutions, and we're working as well with sport for development NGOs. For example, we'll have on the spotlight today PAGON, which is an NGO from Philippines. I'll tell you more just right after.
Okay, perfect. And how did you collaborate for the Raise Your Voice Challenge with the DNC?
Actually, this collaboration is a part of a long history between the Professor Mohammas Yunus and Danone. So concretely with the DNC team, we did work together on different stages. So first, we did organize a call for application to select an NGO. The idea is to find an NGO that want to transition from the NGO model to the social business model, just like Professor Yunus was explaining before. After that, we had to try to organize what is the Raise Your Voice challenge, so to imagine the game, how it would work. Then we tried to select kids. So the idea for the kids was to imagine the packaging of the product that the NGO was selling, basically.
A few minutes ago, you mentioned PAGON. Can you tell us more about the PAGON project?
Yeah, of course. Unfortunately, we don't have any representative from PAGON today, so I will speak for them. PAGON is an NGO from Philippines. They wanted to transition, so what they have done is they are working like on an education through sport program in Capiz, which is a province in Philippines. And so the idea is to work with underprivileged kids, thanks to donation, but they wanted to be more sustainable. So to do so, they did decide to create shin pads in bamboo. I have a sample here. And so they are working with local artisans, and that's pretty amazing, actually. You can really... Yeah, if you want to have a look.
Oh, nice. I just wanted to test it out, that's all. It looks good.
That's amazing. Before talking about the advancement of the project, here's the winner of the Raise Your Voice Challenge, Conan, from Japan. We have a small video. Coming to the screen. Okay, they tell me in my ears that it's a photo. It's not a video after all, but it's okay.
No, it looks good. Nonetheless, we get the idea. It's a visual there. So why did you guys choose Conan's project?
So the idea, we had two criteria. The first one was, of course, the aesthetic side. And then also it was the realism, because we need PAGON to be able to implement and to integrate this idea into the social business strategy. So this one was the best one, taking into account those criteria.
And it's very cute. Is there any development that you can talk about?
Not really in the same idea of realism. So, you have different steps. The first one was to focus on the strategy of the product, then of the market study, and packaging is coming next. So we should have some update to for Conan in a few weeks.
Okay, they said they have the video. We can have a look.
Let's take a look at the video, yeah.
僕の名前安岡コナンです。11歳です。日本から来ました。
And Conan made it from Japan to Paris. Please welcome him with a round of applause. こんにちは。はじめまして、コナン君。
こんにちは。
お元気ですか？
元気です。
He said it was okay. He's very shy, but he's so cute. Congratulations for winning this prize. Please, Clément.
Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you to Clément, and thank you to Conan. Congratulations again.
Congratulations. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank
So
you.
cute.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right, next, it's time to move on and launch the best 11 videos from 11 to 9.
Je m'appelle Gaëtan, j'ai 11 ans et je viens de La Réunion.
Je m'appelle Yassine, j'ai 13 ans et je viens du Maroc. Je m'appelle Maurice, j'ai 16 ans, je viens au Maroc.
Yeah, you can make a big applause. Congratulations to all the kids. It was an epic battle until the last day to reach these 11 best spots. Let's talk about the NGOs supported by the Danone Nations Club, please.
Club. Kids gave points to NGOs. Among 18 NGOs, the 3 most voted NGOs at the end of the competition were all for the same cause: safe water access for kids. Here are the 3 NGOs: Nazava in Indonesia, Oshun in Senegal, and Nandi from India. Here's a video of what they do, and congratulations to them again.
David, what are you doing in real life?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to beat my high score there.
Your score?
Yeah, for the Impact Challenge. Now, during season 1, kids could juggle as many times as they could. The more juggles they made, the more money they would raise for safe water access.
Wow, and how much money did they raise?
Well, nice that you asked. We have a video. Let's check it out.
Wow, that's a big number. Congratulations to all the kids for their big dedication, and congratulations to Nandi, that is the beneficiary of these 57,000 euros for the cause. The number is too big.
No, it's impressive. It's impressive.
It's incredible.
But I want to close the Change the Game and move on in the best 11. It's time to look at videos 8 through 6.
Je m'appelle Hegerberg, j'ai 15 ans et j'habite à La Réunion. Je m'appelle Mehdi Bouganem, j'ai 14 ans et je viens d'Alger.
Mi chiamo Pietro, ho 15 anni e vengo dall'Italia.
Yeah, we're back on set. This morning, the kids got to play on one of the most iconic pitches, iconic stadiums in the world. An hour-and-a-half training session at the Stade de France. We have a video to look at that experience. Hopefully they enjoyed it. I'm sure they did. Let's take a look at that video.
What a dream come true for these children. That's amazing. I've noticed on the image that they all wear the same jersey. Is there a story behind this?
That's right. You could tell all the kids are wearing the same jersey, and that's a perfect transition because now we'll talk about the Draw Your Jersey Challenge. We're going to welcome Emmanuel Castiglione onto the set. He is the football product manager at Decathlon.
Hi.
How are you, Emmanuel?
Hi, Mary.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us to celebrate the winners of the Danone Nations Club. Now you have the jersey there in your hands. You show it to us, show it to the camera. Yeah, very nice.
Very,
Front
very
and
nice.
back. Now, before talking about the challenge itself, can you tell us a little bit more about your partnership with the DNC?
Yeah, it's a long story. I try to make it short. Because with Danone and Decathlon, we've shared the same values about children education through sports. So it was obvious to make some things together. And as it was a football tournament, the Danone Nations Cup, we wanted to be part of. That's why Kipsta, the football brand from Decathlon, just decided to equip the tournament that was set in 2019 in Barcelona. And then we decided to keep up together, even with a sanitary crisis. And we decided to make a jersey for the competition.
And in 2021, you also launched the official ball of the DNC. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, this is this ball. I'm very proud of, because this is not a simple ball. It's more than it. Because we decided to make a ball just to play football, because as a football brand, we design football, but also to help kids having the access to drinking water in India. So for each ball sold, we give the benefit for 1 year from a child to deserve drinking water in India.
That's pretty incredible. I mean, it's almost natural for you guys to have your own challenge on the Danone Nations Club. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you guys asked from the kids?
So it was easy for us to draw a jersey, but we decided to being helped by kids. So we decided to have a challenge, and kids drawing the jersey of their dreams, and then my job is to make their dream come true. So we have many kids with so nice drawing. It was hard to choose, but there was in every contest we have to make the choice to find the winner.
But how did you make a choice? There are so many jerseys and they are so beautiful.
Yeah, we decided to take the one that are responsible for making the range of our Kipsta jersey, like the apparel designers, the engineers, even the communication and marketing teams, and also the Danone teams. And we make some votes, and the one that had the most votes is the winner and the jersey you see.
And the jersey is beautiful.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're on Twitch, so you can have the chance to get your own jersey. Just now, you just have to write the word jersey in the chat, and you will be contacted at the end of the live stream. Good luck.
Good luck. Now it's time to reward the winner of the Draw Your Jersey Challenge, Abdesamad from Morocco. We have his image here on the screen. There it is. So we've seen it in real life, in the flesh. This is what he drew. So it's essentially what you guys have on your kits. We're holding up the real one here in the flesh. Now, Abdesamad is not here today. Unfortunately, couldn't be here. But we'll, of course, get the trophy over to him. So thank you very much to Abdesamad. Emmanuel, thank you very much. One last question before you go. I'm not going to let you off that easy. You tried to run.
The trophy.
Okay, one last question. Will there be a Kipster challenge on the Danone Nations Club Season 2?
You seem to be curious.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, we want to be part of the challenge. As we were like drawing a real jersey, we want to come digital next year. So we try to find a new digital jersey and to design your own avatars in the Danone Nations Club.
Very cool.
So
that's a very cool teasing. Thanks, Emmanuel. More info to come in the next following weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
I guess you can take the jersey, the trophy.
I will take and send it to Adesanya.
You'll send it to him?
Yeah.
I'll hold you to it.
Yeah. For sure.
Thank you so much. All right. Time is moving on. I'm lost on the pages. Where are we right now?
No worries. It's money time. It's the home stretch now.
Yeah.
Before the grand finale of the E-DNC, let's watch Best 11 ranks 5 to 4.
Je suis Mohammas Yunus, j'ai 16 ans, j'ai arrivé de Maroc.
Let's now move on to the finale of the E-Danone Nations Cup. And it's going to be amazing. We have two guests with us. Do you know? Do you know? Telacto and Suaces, the two commenters that will make you live the big finale between MAWKZY from France and Kevin from Brazil. Let's go, guys.
Thank you very much, Marie and David. Looking like a fantastic day there in Paris. And like you say, it's the grand finale and the final of the very first ever E-Danone Nations Cup. And I'm so excited to be here and joined by you, Suaces. How cool is this?
Oh, it could not be much of a better day, could it? Come on, E-Danone Nations Cup, the very first one, and Lacto, we're the ones to be taking everybody through the action. But before we go into that, let's have a quick look at what the format is going to be. It is a game of Rocket League. It's going to be 1v1 and a best of 5 between these two players.
And of course, Rocket League, actually our area of expertise, which is lovely. As you can see the bracket here, there was 8 players from all over the world that made it to Paris for the quarterfinals. But after all the hundreds that signed up initially, there are now only 2. And I feel like it couldn't have been any other way, right? It's KV1 and MAWKZY.
Oof, these two players as well, they're not small names, are they? They are pretty massive within the Rocket League scene. KV1, a professional player, and MAWKZY 2 up there on the 1v1 leaderboard, currently sitting in 3rd place, but has been at the very top in first a lot of times before Lacto. So the quality of this matchup will be above and beyond anything that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm so excited for, in sense of both the two players are making such a name for themselves already at such a young age. You say KV1, of course, already one of the standout stars in all of South America. Of course, you could say even harder to make a name for yourself in Europe as well. But MAWKZY, he's doing just that. And I'm so excited to see these two play against each other for the first time, to my knowledge, with, 0 ping. They're in the same place, just a few feet away from each other.
Definitely. It's going to be a big changer, but that doesn't mean that these two players haven't met each other before Tylacto, because they have in other competitive environments. And not only have they met each other, a certain player has not lost a single series to the other. KV1 currently winning 3-0 in those 3 series versus MAWKZY. So MAWKZY, he has got the home advantage in his home country of France. So will he be able to take that advantage and run away with this one, Tylacto, do you think?
It's exactly what I was thinking, of course. You see there the two players. KV1, he's brought out the sunglasses, so clearly he's already got the advantage in terms of confidence. But you're right, MAWKZY on home ground here for the grand finals. As you can see, the two players there here in the Stade de France, and they're getting comfortable with the setups. You're ready to go, and you know what it's like pre-game. It's like you just want to get started. You just want to get into the flow, and yet you still need to go through the regulations, the precautions, and then the second you get into that first game, that focus, it has to be there immediately.
I mean, it's not only the atmosphere and the tension that'll be in that room. Look at the background that they had behind them. The Stade de France in their view, alongside such a beautiful setup for them to be going on against each other face to face as well. That's just going to bring the intensity up another level, isn't it? I'm so excited to get this one underway.
I am, because two of the best 1v1 players in the world, and like it's fair to say that these two, they certainly have a future in Rocket League, and we're seeing just one part of it here, and what a highlight it's going to be, and what a moment to remember it will be for both of them. But I'm afraid, Swaces, only one can be the champion of the first ever E-Danone Nations Cup.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting to see, but it looks like the players are ready to get it all going, Tylacto. So, as we do wait for them to be put into the lobby and get things rumbling, I want to hear a prediction from you. Who do you think is going to take it?
You can't really put me on the spot like this. I mean, KV1, I feel like he is almost undeniable, but can I really bet against MAWKZY in Paris? He's such a lovely guy. Yes, yeah, I'm actually going to go with KV1. I don't know about you, but I think that man is too on form right now. He's playing Rocket League out of his mind, not just in 1v1, but 2v2 and 3v3 especially as well. When it's just him on the field, I think he's just got that pure power in which he plays with.
It's exciting to watch him play, isn't it? He's so aggressive, he's so quick when he's on the ball as well, that it's almost impossible to be able to make the reads on him when he does have the possession, the control, the finesse, the power that he produces is something to be fearful of. Can MAWKZY be good enough to deny that on the day? I think he can. Although he has lost every single series that these two players have gone up against each other in, this will be the turnaround moment. He has to have the confidence behind him. He knows he has the ability. As Tylacto, kickoff has just started and MAWKZY straight away has the possession, but he can't hold on for long. As look at that, KV1 straight off the start gets the first goal.
And you know there's going to be a hell of a lot of goals, Swaces, here in 1v1. You beat your opponent, you're going to have an open net, as these players know it the best. Immediately, you can see MAWKZY knew that the ball was going in the net, and he was like, okay, let me just get really comfortable again. First kickoff goal, got to brush it off.
That's one thing to note as well, that in 1v1, it's the smallest mistakes give such a large opportunity for your opposition to capitalize on, like such here. MAWKZY straight on through, barrels through KV1, and will tie things up.
A very quick equalizer, and always important that you get that quick equalizer so you can just, you know, reassure KV1 and trip him up on the way, as MAWKZY did. But this is not going to be easy sailing. MAWKZY is very much here to play, as both the players are, and I expect it to be a shootout all the way.
KV1 representing his home country of Brazil. MAWKZY doing it for the French. So far it has been very close. KV1 with a quick counter-attack, and too quick for MAWKZY. Straight down the other end, 2-1.
It's so difficult to defend against offenses as potent as this. MAWKZY couldn't really have recovered much faster. It was so fluid, but KV1, he had the upper hand. He moved first. He was proactive, and MAWKZY was not reactive enough. And you have to wonder, how much has the stress and toll of all their tournament games played on them? Because we started here in the qualifiers months back here for the E-Danone Nations Cup. There was 7 qualifiers ran, and of course thanks to Nice Cactus and the wild card qualifier as well. They've come through every single stage of their tournament, and they're right here at the very end of it.
Ooh, MAWKZY there. Gone from absolutely nowhere whatsoever to make that stop on KV1, who looked like he was guaranteed to score, but still, these two players proving the level that we are seeing here, Tarlacto, is just fantastic. MAWKZY takes to the sky, wants to pop it over KV1, but KV1 does read the options that MAWKZY had. MAWKZY again onto the backboard, taking his time. Wants to go to the ground here. KV1, though, pinning it deep into his half, and too deeply so. MAWKZY could not handle the heat.
Look at how hungry KV1 is for that. If he can't get the ball, he was trying to demolish MAWKZY, and the pressure on him on the backboard. The Frenchman, just a little crack there. Loose touch on the defense, and KV1, peak performance right now. Drills that one home, and for the first time after that opening flurry of goal, we actually have daylight between our two competitors.
Thing is, though, in 1v1, it doesn't last too long normally, does it? At any moment, these two teammates could just barrel it down the other end once again and somehow find a goal. I mean, look at this. MAWKZY on the turn brings the deficit to 1.
Yeah, and he just turns it around the corner. So important to get that corner boost grab, of course. That is, I think, one of the main differences, aside from the cars between Rocket League and real football, Swace, is the cars are a bit hard to ignore. You'd notice if there was a car on a normal football pitch, definitely. But the boost, and you see there how difficult it was for KV1 to ever get back and make that save, because he was completely boostless. He couldn't propel his car, couldn't get back in time, and MAWKZY, the player of his ability, he punished immediately.
KV1. Oh, that's a lovely touch, sumptuously around MAWKZY, who didn't see it coming whatsoever. KV1 back with a 2-goal lead.
Look at the little spring in his step there, coming down off that sidewall. MAWKZY had to take the challenge there. He made the decision, but a little bit too fast. KV1's touch around the side, had enough left in the pitch in order to maneuver it and get it back comfortably into the open net, but there is still plenty to play, Swaces. We're just 2 minutes in to game 1 of this best of 5 here in the grand finals of the E-Danone Nations Cup, and we're only 2 goals apart.
It's also that these players have had a bit of fun, haven't they, on the pitch, and now they are doing it on the Rocket League pitch. But KV1, straight up on the backboard, gets the double tap down. MAWKZY could only watch and stare as it went right past him.
Yeah, such a mental game that you play when you think about, are you going straight for the double touch or are you going straight for the direct shot? And KV1 plays it off the backboard. MAWKZY responds quickly, realizing the danger, but it just wasn't enough to keep it out the top shelf of the net. And he's here struggling at his front post as well. KV1 thought about the reverse, the backward shot, but he's taking his time. He's controlling the ball, controlling the patience, and he just lets that goal mature like fine wine, and he makes it 4.
That's the thing with KV1. He doesn't want to relent any sort of pressure, does he? He is non-stop on the front foot of the ball. Even if he has low boost, he wants to turn into the play, just pressure MAWKZY into having to beat him early, get the big flick, and then just try and hope that he has one little just gap at net that he can shoot out, which KV1 hasn't given him a small sight up, but as soon as there is one, MAWKZY perfectly picks it out.
Fantastic strike from the Frenchman here off kickoff. KV1, any hesitation at the front post, and MAWKZY slams it across the goal to the far in off of the woodwork as well. KV1 could not reach that at all.
Went a little bit wide on the rotation for the boost, which was what cost him at the end. KV1, though, that's a lovely boost steal early on after the kickoff. Wants to harass MAWKZY into making a mistake as well. But MAWKZY on 0 boost will remain calm for the time being. For how long, Tarlacto? Because KV1 again picks up another 100 and sends a flick into the top right corner. 4 goals up.
So many questions around, of course, the pressure of this matchup, the young age of our competitors, and I think KV1 is answering those questions right now. 7 goals inside 3 minutes.
It's impressive, isn't it? Normally this is an ending scoreline you see in 1v1. But KV1 really dominating things from the start. MAWKZY, we know he can respond, can't he? He is currently much higher in the leaderboard on the 1v1 ladder. So he has the potential to really bring the game to KV1, just to adapt his playstyle a little bit, and then hopefully put KV1 back into his place.
He's not managed to connect on the flick he was looking for, so he's on the back foot here, and MAWKZY will punish and get a nice one in response. And it's a good adaptation by MAWKZY there, who still, despite the difficulty of the situation here, still needing 3 in nearly 2 minutes, he's confident and he was a little bit patient there. It really, I think, caught KV1 off guard, and it's got him that possession that he ended up converting. And I want to highlight that adaptation, right, Swaces, because in 3v3, of course, teams have their play styles, but I feel like they're a lot more normalized due to the fact that so many times, as that's another one back within, so many times you've got to, you know, hold a certain position on the field, and there are some sort of almost rules, but I feel like there are less rules in 1v1, right? Personal preferences and play styles are so much more pronounced, and you can adapt to how patient or aggressive a player is so much more. And the best players, which these two very much are in this game mode, they are so good at adapting. I think we're seeing MAWKZY do just that.
MAWKZY's just hunting for the bumps, isn't he? Just hounding KV1 to make his move now, just sort of turning things on the table. The KV1 straight down the other end wants to try and get some sort of lead back, because MAWKZY's creating a bit of fear now, isn't he? He's really going on the offensive, forcing KV1 to have to sit back and just watch MAWKZY as he freestyles in the air. Can he get it through? Oh, KV1, lovely bump to deny the shot.
That's a big save. You feel like the writing might have been on the wall for a little bit there with some unanswered goals from MAWKZY, who will get the save. He springs back, swinging across the goal like Tarzan, getting that save as he remains just within the 2 goals with a minute to find them here. But what would have been the pick of the bunch, he was denied of just seconds earlier. Nothing's going to deny that. A perfect flick, and we are back within 1.
MAWKZY originally 7-3 down, 7-6 as well. We've got to KV1 crumbling in the latter half of this first matchup. And now KV1 is really under a lot of pressure. That commanding lead that he maintained for a decent amount of time just carried on adding to it non-stop, has seemed to falter away, and that is a mistake from KV1. MAWKZY with a chance, takes up to the sky. KV1 up just as quickly, stunts the pressure for just a millisecond. KV1 again takes to the ground. Can he beat out MAWKZY? That's a boomer flick. MAWKZY off the crossbar, just about keeps himself in play.
It's an incredible save. The delay on the flick to pinch it with his crossbar, but he's not. Oh, he's got the possession. My goodness, can he get the shot, the pre-flip? No. KV1 getting back. He is used to the heat in Brazil, and he's got himself out of a sweaty situation right there. 10 seconds on the clock. He wins a 50. It's back towards the Frenchman's net. He's got the ball. He's flicking it away to the side. KV1 stuck backwards. Big 50. Can MAWKZY keep it up? It's up. It's not over to the ball. Touches the ground, and it is faked out by KV1. What a game. One that was, and that was just the first.
Wow. You could even see the players both lean back and just breathe a sigh of relief as that first wasn't over. As KV1 only just managed to hold on till the very, very end. You knew that he had that moment of relief, isn't it? That's where he was just able to settle down, just sort of recollect their thoughts and go into this next match, which hopefully is going to be just as good as that first.
I certainly imagine so, although it's going to be very difficult, Swaces. That is some of the most entertaining game of Rocket League you will see. Back within 1 MAWKZY was, but how frustrating will that be to have got that invested in the first, but couldn't quite see it out. It'll do KV1 the wonders worth of confidence to prove that he can still very much be MAWKZY's kryptonite. So far, he has been.
But will he be able to sustain this mentality, this performance that he has brought out at the E-Danone Nations Cup? Straight away, MAWKZY goes in front of the net. KV1, though, all the way back downfield, will get a strong start, as he did in the first, but now in the second.
You see MAWKZY was trying so aggressively there to win that 50 in the Brazilians' penalty box, but I think he may have just found himself a little impatient after the first game. Really didn't want to fall behind, let alone, of course, 3 or 4 goals behind like our opener. Unfortunately, KV1 with that strong stature on the challenge got himself the first, and it's not going to matter because once again MAWKZY responds quickly with a kickoff goal.
Thing is, though, as well, what we have to take from that first game is that MAWKZY has proven to KV1 that no matter how many goals down he goes, he will fight till the end. Till the ball hits the ground, he will not stop pressuring you into trying to get a few goals past you. 7-6 was the first. We are held all tied up here in the second. A long time to go on the clock. KV1 dribbles it around. Double tap off the side of the post. Straight back into the lead.
A sidewinder from South America. KV1 wrong footing MAWKZY getting himself back for the rebound and slipping that one in low inside the first minute. And it does feel very familiar to the first game, does it not, Swade?
It absolutely does. If we see this go to 3-1, then I'm sorry, MAWKZY, but this could be game over from the start. We're going to see an exact repeat, straight to 7-3, back to 7-6, but that's a big mistake from MAWKZY. Can KV1 capitalize? Takes it up just for a second, tries to fake out MAWKZY, takes his time as well, wants to keep it grounded, flicks it over the last man, perfectly calculates the shot, 3-1 it is.
It's a beautiful bait here, fakes out the first shot, then controls the second MAWKZY jumps. That's his cue, and the flick. So often you'll see that go and hit the crossbar and he may not be able to get back for that second shot, but KV1 didn't need that second shot. That backflip flick, the precision of it, perfect right now. And to play perfect under this pressure after crossing across the Atlantic to play these very series, that I think is commendable.
It's fantastic. I mean, look at him go. 3-1 wasn't enough, so he decides to go 4-1 and just destroying MAWKZY with that touch. MAWKZY diving across to just take it off the top of the KV1's car, but KV1, the Brazilian talent, just gently taps it over him, and then he had just a wide open net. He took his time, he knew what he needed to do, got the job done, and now he's going to go straight up once again to the ceiling. Flip reset available. Can he put it in? He uses it well, but MAWKZY comes across to make the save. Does MAWKZY have a chance to counterattack? Yes, he will. He brings the score to 4-2.
He teaching KV1 a lesson there. That 3-goal lead. He was so confident coming down with that ceiling shot, and why not? I'm sure he scored thousands of them in practice and in ranked games as well. But that is the little bit of a jar. The door left open. MAWKZY, he strolls straight through it here, gets himself back within the 2. What a great competitor, but you can really see KV1 is that one on the front foot, and it makes sense, you know, he's yet to lose to MAWKZY in all competition, and yet they seem so closely matched. It's so strange.
It's two completely different playstyles. You were talking about the adaptations, weren't you? And KV1 loves to stay near the ball, but MAWKZY wants to find that slight bit of space. Just a couple meters is enough for him, and then he just gets the flicks off just to take around KV1, as he does so right there. 4-3.
It's really lovely technique on the flick there in the Fennec, spinning his car around to the right so he could flick across backwards to the left. Of course, KV1 in the Octane. Can he do the same? He's got time. He finds the flick.
What a save!
Placement, but what a save from MAWKZY. He was equal to the shot, and that is saying something.
MAWKZY as well, though, left here on zero boost, has to relinquish his challenge on the ball. Zero boost still is what he is dealing with. Oh, when he gets up just to tip it across the bar. And KV1 wants to run back to home just to reset things for a second longer, but MAWKZY overcommitted a bit on the attack, still manages to trip up his opposition in KV1. And now he does have possession of the ball, but not for too long, Tylat. So KV1, once again, just wanting to constantly just stay close to the play, give no space or time, nothing to allow MAWKZY to react with.
Oh, but MAWKZY's committed all of his boost here. How quickly can KV1 turn this ball around? Direct shot, top corner. The execution on that, immaculate.
What? He's looking like Zinedine Zidane with some sort of shooting accuracy like this. What a banger that is! Even if MAWKZY there turned into Kyle's pure Puyol, he had no chance of getting back to make the last gasp challenge on that ball to flick it wide, as he has done a few times already in this matchup, Tylacto. But KV1 proving that when he's on the offensive, he is a force to be reckoned with.
It was some really strong defense from MAWKZY, as we're going to see another example here. He'd managed his boost lovely on the back line. Wow. Read the play lovely to get a fourth for himself here. Managed it nicely, but just turned around in the midfield. And, you know, KV1 punished on the open net, and this time it's MAWKZY to do just that.
MAWKZY just reading KV1 like an open book. Able to read that the ball was going to be sent over across into the opposite corner diagonally across the field. Marks up the position and the play of where it was going to end up. And very nicely done in the end to bring himself still very close in this scoreline, just getting nearer and nearer, but can KV1 bring it back to a 2-goal lead just off the post? MAWKZY as well, taking his time, wants to try and pressure KV1 into turning aggressively, but KV1, again, just staying close to the play, has an unlimited amount of boost in his tank as MAWKZY, left on 0, still manages to put a decent shot on net, but KV1, as good as you like, just brings it away.
Well, that was good enough to get MAWKZY boost control as the delayed touch. Look at the spinneronis. There's a ballerina play from MAWKZY in midair here. The perfect bait. KV1 bought it, and he's only bought himself a tied game. It's 5-5 in game 2 of the grand finals.
How close is this one now, Tylacto? KV1 having
on target
all the leads, and he's about to have the lead once again. MAWKZY still waiting for his first lead, but KV1 off the kickoff gets it in.
Such a frustrating experience as a player. I'm sure we've both been there. So deflating. You literally fight tooth and nail as MAWKZY has to drag yourself level, and you get through the door needing a shower, and suddenly there's a kickoff goal. Bounces straight in, through and into the goal here. MAWKZY has got it all to do again. Just 1 minute remaining. Something seems very familiar, but this time it's 2 for KV1, who buys his time with the flick, and he hits the spot again.
The delayed shot was what stopped MAWKZY from being able to get that touching save. The slight little skid at the top of his car wasn't enough to deny KV1, who just constantly is able to find these angles, find the tiniest little moments for himself to put some shots in. I mean, look at him here as well. Even though he had no boost at all, he perfectly knew where he had to be to pressure MAWKZY to just have to sit back, wait his turn, and KV1 again down the other end gets his 8th goal of the game.
And MAWKZY knew he had to take a risk, tried to drop the ball underneath the on-rushing KV1, but one little last touch off the bonnet of that Fennec, and the challenge, it hit clean. The contact, good enough. The rebound, open for KV1, who gets his 3-goal lead back intact. And this time, MAWKZY's got even less time to turn it around.
It is possible, though, Tylacto. 1v1 is the most unpredictable game mode in Rocket League. Anything could happen at any time. Look at this. MAWKZY with a chance will almost bring it back into 2, and he does so. 24 seconds left.
They just sort of bump into each other here. MAWKZY is going to clatter into KV1, who no longer can save the ball from going into its own net. Hopefully both the players okay after that impact. We go to our touchline assistant, of course. They're tough cookies. I think they're going to carry on as 20 seconds on the clock. KV1, does he have possession? Yes, he does. MAWKZY back at that corner boost. KV1 should be able to run down the remaining seconds, but MAWKZY just needs that 1 with any time left on the clock.
Seems like this game is all done and dusted, especially KV1 on the attack. Just wants to secure the victory to put himself on tournament point. We could be seeing our very last game just around the corner as KV1 takes a sip of water, wants to calm himself in preparation for what could be his final game in the E-Danone Nations Cup.
Exactly what I was going to say as well, Swayze. He's got to stay hydrated. KV1 looking like maximum performance out there. MAWKZY has a lot of pressure on his shoulders as well. We talked about the home advantage. It can be a disadvantage as well when you feel like you're playing to the crowd, to your family, everyone's supporting you, and you don't want to disappoint. KV1, this man, cross-continental traveler as of this weekend, unbeaten still here in the E-Danone Nations Cup, and he is currently unbeaten in the finals after 2 games.
MAWKZY here trying to make the difference, though. He wants to be the first to do it. And what a place to complete it as well, as he puts the ball onto the crossbar, but KV1, lovely aerial ability there just to tap the ball onto the crossbar once again, and now he's on very low boost, wants to keep that ball secured into the corner as MAWKZY bullies his way on through and finally gets his very first lead of the series.
Indeed, first blood for MAWKZY here, and right here, bosh, out goes KV1. He can't recover in time. Top corner finish from MAWKZY. The checker flag waving on the goal explosion. He's got a long way to go before he gets himself across that checker flag. We'd have to see what is known, of course, as a reverse sweep.
A reverse sweep. Possibly one of the very hardest things to do in Rocket League, but MAWKZY setting himself up very nicely for it in this game 3, taking a 2-0 lead early on.
They so often say the hardest game to win is the one to get you across the line, to actually win and reach your goals. KV1, he's so close, he can taste it, he can smell it. I don't know what it tastes or smells like, but I heard it's pretty good. MAWKZY, though, he'd like a whiff of that. Is it going to be 3 off kickoff? It is, and this is a statement so far.
It is being placed right under his nose at the moment, and he is loving just the smell of it, but he can't take a piece of the pie until it is all done and over Lacto. This is still only game 3. He needs 3 wins on the bounce to take this away from KV1. 2 commanding wins already, and look here, he wants to try and get his first goal of this game number 3, but can't quite put the ball on target.
KV1, is he going to find his first? MAWKZY unable to get back to make the block. He was mighty close, but KV1 through the sky will get his 1 on the scoreboard.
It's a lovely way to do it as well. Maybe that's going to be the change in mentality for KV1, for his turn to show that he can come back from any deficit that he's placed under. 3-0 in the first minute is quite a hard thing to be able to try and process, especially in this little amount of time that you have, and on a stage as big as this, as MAWKZY snipes out that top right corner.
It's so easy to complicate these chances when you know your opponent has to decide to wait or challenge, and MAWKZY's like, I am not leaving it to chance. I am firing a belter to the right-hand side of the net. He does just that. KV1 close, but again, the margins are so fine here in Rocket League, as in normal football as well, but it is even more pronounced when you see it on replays like that.
I think that's the hard bit, isn't it, as well? But you have to try and prepare yourself mentally, is to know that you're going to have to watch back at your errors and watch every little mistake that you made, but as well you can use it as a learning experience, can't you? As MAWKZY, the control and the precision that he had to have on that flick was absolutely perfect.
Just baited KV1, who had gone backwards in the hope that MAWKZY surely would have thought that he wouldn't challenge in that fashion, but MAWKZY, he doesn't need to play for the goal, he needs to play for possession, and he understands that. And it's his first lead of the series, and my goodness, is he making the most of it. It's 5-1 here early on in Game 3 regulation, and KV1, you can see how desperate he is to get himself back level and try and win this out in a sweep. But MAWKZY's using that against him. He knows KV1's going to have to come and get. He's telling him to come and fetch, and if he doesn't, he's going to pop it in to the back of his net.
Talento, do you know what we're one off, which is known in the Rocket League community? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. That definitely possibly isn't a flag of it on the screen right now.
It is what is known as the Brazil. Yes, that is right. The 7-1 scoreline, and the Brazilian is on the verge of being put under it. That is a painful sight to see, but will KV1 be able to shut it down before it takes place? He is into the blue half of MAWKZY early on here. The KV1 cuts that ball off, but MAWKZY able to take it over to the side because of the 100 pad and the ball too. KV1, last man back, will get that first save. Little boost in his tank though, lets MAWKZY take control, wants to take it all the way back to his own half. As now MAWKZY fakes himself on the backboard, takes to the ground as well, but KV1 taps it over. Once again, KV1 just not leaving that ball alone, like a dog with a bone. But over to this right-hand side, sets it up nicely for MAWKZY to go into the air dribble. Will stay close to it as well. Taps it over the last man. Double nearly available. MAWKZY can't quite find the touch.
KV1, he'll look for a challenge here at some point. MAWKZY knows he has to challenge, and challenge he does. He's not going to be able to get the angle and make himself a shot for a second goal. Maybe he can do it here. MAWKZY tried to catch him off guard with the quick play. He wanted that Brazil, but I'm afraid MAWKZY, he is French. He is not from the lands of Germany. He's denied that one. And KV1 gets himself another on the board.
Only 4 goals left for KV1 to find. We've already seen a kickoff goal come out of the Brazilian side. If there is one here as well, that could strike a bit of fear into MAWKZY, as it actually has set itself up quite nicely. Okay. KV1 with the kickoff goal brings himself back within 3.
This is something you can see certainly in 1v1 as well, is a chain of goals unanswered. When the momentum gets flowing and the mechanics are flying, the executions from KV1 on kickoff, if MAWKZY is not equal to them, he is going to be punished. And now I have the image in my mind of just multiple kickoff goals going in, but in real life football. and it seems very strange. Thankfully, that's not. I feel like that would make it a very bizarre viewing experience. But we're used to it here in 1v1 Rocket League, and it is very much a part of the game.
Exactly, as MAWKZY
like
here has just sent an own goal in. I think we just saw the despair in his face as well, knowing what he has just done. And KV1, no, actually, hang on, no. I think this is going to be the biggest brain move from MAWKZY ever, just to confuse KV1 into what goal he actually needs to score in. So you never know, it might be an own goal back KV1's way. Who knows?
I think, ladies and gentlemen, Swaces has gone crazy. The way I interpreted that is MAWKZY was just trying to recover as fast as possible and didn't think KV1 would be stood back from that ball, and inadvertently has made extremely strong contact that just by so chance happened to put the ball on target of his own net, but he's got the possession back here. KV1 won't want to give him it back. He's up to the ceiling on limited boost, and he won't be able to work this one into the net directly, if not for a challenge from MAWKZY. Nearly that 50 going in the Brazilian's favor. He needs to get back, though, and make sure he doesn't concede a 7th.
Oh, but he gets demoed here, Tylacto. That could open up a huge opportunity
Yes,
for MAWKZY, who finds the target right when he needed to. You saw the joy in his movement on the screen. He knows that's a big goal, and that's a big statement to make.
Really is. Confident finish as well. Spins all the way. MAWKZY really growing into this series. And if there was any questions with the comeback from KV1 show so far, MAWKZY has very much tried to silence them there. KV1 possession and boost off, kick off MAWKZY in a very tough spot. He cannot leave this ball because any ground between himself and KV1 he gives him is maybe chance for KV1 to pull off a chance here. He's going to try and do just that with the late shot, and you can see that he's going to punish there. He does it before, he's done it again here.
It's one of his favorite plays, isn't it? Just to tap it slightly in front of him, then just have that delayed touch, just to force the movement out of MAWKZY before he commits to what he wants to do. Because now, what he has on his side is he can fake that play. MAWKZY can prepare himself for that flick, which he expects KV1 to go for. But as soon as KV1 is able to just deny it instead, that's going to be a huge chance for him right in front of the net. MAWKZY able to bring it out. Can he put it into a goal as well? KV1 just knocks it away.
MAWKZY will run this back, deny all the boost as well, taking that ball to the corner, up to the ceiling, doesn't want to risk getting bumped or demoed, and a loose touch means that KV1 is able to get over here and get the corner boost. He's poked it on target, but it's not quite on target. That certainly is. It's a 6th goal, and MAWKZY caught napping, myself too, and suddenly KV1 is just the one away.
KV1 is just an elusive player, isn't he? Comes out of the darkness and emerges into the light so quickly that nobody can expect him coming. You do not see it at all as KV1, a huge chance here to tie things up. Will he do it on the line? Yes, he will. Brings himself back to a massive deficit.
The dish from the side wall, gets himself out from the other side of the ball, tucks it in, and for all of MAWKZY's lead, it has vanished here. 24 seconds on the clock, 7-7 in game 3. We go again.
So close. One goal is all that stands between the end, and that one could be it. KV1 brings the score to 8-7. The Brazilian on the mark once again. That could be the tournament.
But there is still time, Swaces. But my goodness, is there momentum for KV1 here in the first ever finals of the E-Danone Nations Cup? Can MAWKZY save his tournament? He's been bumped. Can he recover? Both players on limited boost. It's a brawl here. KV1 will not leave the ball. He needs to get it as far away from that orange net as possible. He's staying on it. He's sitting on it. He's got it past MAWKZY, and MAWKZY cannot take it. It is over, and it is 3-0 to KV1, the first ever champion here at the E-Danone Nations Cup.
What a performance. Congratulations to both the players for getting to this point as they get up to each other. Go on, look at them go. Just a hug as well. It shows that they have the competitive spirit behind them as well, doesn't it, Tylacto? Even though we have a winner and a loser, the win was to be able to visit the Stade de France, have the experience that they've had, play on the pitch as well, and also play in that sort of environment. And LAN is such a fun place to be at. They were able to come along to France and do it, and what a pleasure it was to cast it too.
It certainly was. I feel bad for MAWKZY. I feel like that performance, that series certainly deserved more than just the 3 games we got. But massive props to KV1. The comeback, the ice that both of them displayed, really. Both of them, like we said at the start of the series, they really have a future. And I expect them to be a part of the heart of the future of Rocket League esports. A great performance from them both. And I'm afraid it'll have to be goodbye from us two. We'll go back to the main set and we'll leave you here.
Yes, thanks, guys.
That was amazing. That was so intense. Someone joined the party.
No, it was an intense final, but we're here with Fairy Peak.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
We are very good. You can applaud because here is the 2019 World Champion on Rocket League with Team Vitality. Thank you for being here. Do you have some words maybe on the competition and this big finale?
Thank you. You're gonna make me blush if you say I'm world champion. But yeah, I mean, they played really, really good. Like, I didn't really watch KV1 that much like before this match, and he really impressed me because like he played so good. Like, I know MAWKZY, he's a top 1v1 player. He's been first on the leaderboard for like 1 or 2 years, and him getting like 3-0'd by KV1, like he's just really impressive.
But he defended himself, and I believed in the remontada. But unfortunately, KV1 was the best in the competition. And it's time to welcome them.
No, it's time to welcome them. If we could bring on KV1 and MAWKZY to the stage. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. Stand up. Well played, guys.
Yeah. Well played, man. How are you feeling now?
Oh, it's insane to be here, of course. It's the best part in my life, so it's incredible.
Yeah, to be fair, like I said just before, I never really watched you play 1v1, and you really impressed me. Like, you played really good. Like I said, I know MAWKZY, he's really good, but like you 3-0 him, even if you played still good. So like, we'll play to you anyway. Like,
thank you. It's very...
Well, I'm gonna give you this trophy because you deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, is that the...
I think there is a mistake with the trophy.
The runner-up.
Oh no!
Sorry. well, first we have to give it to the runner-up, no? So we do the runner-up first.
You want to give me the runner-up first?
Runner-up first and then first place.
As you wish.
Yeah. Let's give it to MAWKZY as well.
My bad. So, well, MAWKZY, thank you so much for playing too. I mean, how do you feel about this match?
I think KV1 just beats me. His playstyle is very good. I can't do anything. Like, I tried my best, but every time he comes back me. I already lost against him a lot of time, and I think just his playstyle counters me, so I can't really do much. I tried my best, but yeah, KV1 is really, really good, so congratulations to him.
Thank you so much.
I mean, he plays really good, so he plays so good.
You were both amazing. They must be impressed to have a world champion just in front of them.
I mean,
really. Completely look out there.
They maybe play better than me, so.
Don't say that, Ferry. You're a big champion. Thank you. I have to say that you will be able to watch the full game on the Danone Nations Club YouTube channel tomorrow.
Thank all of you guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. And Fairy Pig V for victory. I had to say that. I support Team Vitality. I think it's time to close this ceremony with the last 3 trophies just over there, the big 3 of the best 11 of the season 1.
That's right. That's right. It's time to reward the 3 best players of season 1. We have 3 trophies here on the table, ready to go. Hand it over to you, Marie.
Yeah, he comes from Sardinia. His name is Badis. He comes from Sardinia, Italy. And we have a short presentation video. Let's check it out.
Mi chiamo Badis, ho 15 anni e vengo dall'Italia.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank Thank you for being here. I have a few Italian words. Come stai?
Tutto bene, grazie.
I didn't understand,
perfect.
but
That's perfect.
it's perfect. Well, thank you. What a fight for the title of the Danone Nations Club champion. Here is your trophy.
Merci.
Here, over there. Thank you so much.
Well done, buddies. Hold it up.
everything
Come
you've
on.
done.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Now it's time to move on now to the second place winner.
Yeah, his name is Aaron.
Aaron from Spain, that's right. He's one of the first members on the club. He's one of the most creative members. Aaron, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
Muy bien.
He's already here. We have a video. Shall we launch a video?
Of course, of course. We have to watch it. Tenemos que mirar tu video.
Ok.
Me llamo Aarón, tengo 15 años y vengo de España.
Yeah, what a fight for the Danone Nations Club champion. Here is the second place trophy. Aaron, ¿cómo te sientes? ¿Estás orgulloso?
Muy contento.
¿Sí?
Le agradezco todo el evento que ha hecho Danone porque me ha gustado mucho estos días en París. Y felicidades a Lewin también que ha ganado y ha estado muy divertido luchar contra él.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias, Aaron. Now the last one comes from a long way. I'll come back over close to you. He comes from a long way.
Of course, it's the moment everyone is expecting. It's time for the winner. He came from New Caledonia. It's paradise on earth. It's French territory. Let's watch the video of Lewin.
Je m'appelle Lewen, j'ai 11 ans et je viens de Nouvelle-Calédonie.
Congratulations,
Congratulations. Again, what a fight it was for the title of the Danone Nations Club champion. Here is the first place trophy.
Thank you.
Vas-y, montre-le bien. Tu parles français, Lewin. Comment ça va?
Bien, merci.
Oui, trop mignon. So cute. He said, I'm very fine. Thank you. I have one question for you. I think you have a big announcement to make. Je crois que tu as une annonce à faire.
Oui, je veux vous annoncer que cette année, je vais être le parrain de la compétition. Et vous allez faire mes défis.
Oh! He basically said, I'm going to be an ambassador of the season 2 of the Danone Nations Club, and I will have my own challenges. I can't wait to see that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, you deserve it. Thank you so much for your dedication. I can't wait to see you next year.
Thanks again, Lewin.
Thanks, Lewin.
Now, before leaving you, we have to give you a little teaser for season 2. New challenges, new ambassadors. Producers tell me I'm not allowed to name drop, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's going to be a secret. The release date of the season 2 is expected for the end of May. So make sure to follow Danone Nations Cup on social media to stay informed. And of course, the E-Danone Nations Cup will be back. Who will be the next champion? Maybe you.
Maybe me. Let's check out a quick video about this. Oh, no video. No video, that's a lie. That's the end of our program here.
Yeah, it's time to thank all the kids that participated to Danone Nations Club Season 1.
And thank you again to all the partners as well.
Please, a big round of applause to all the teams that are behind this amazing project. Thank you so much.
And you know, to stay tuned on social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it.
And it's time to say goodbye.
That's it from us.
Take care.
Bye everyone.